On this episode of China Uncensored, the invasion of Hong Kong begins. Hi, welcome to China Uncensored. I'm your host, Chris Chappell. I know last week I said Hong Kong was facing some kind of invasion from the mainland. Well, that's crazy. What kind of crazy freak are you? I mean, if there was some kind of invasion going on, don't you think the mainland would at least have a PLA military port in Hong Kong? That just isn't happening. It's the Hong Kong Town Planning Board that's approving a port for the PLA. State-run CCTV reports that the Planning Board has unanimously passed the construction of a People's Liberation Army port in Victoria Harbour. And if the Hong Kong Town Planning Board approves it, it doesn't count as mainland encroachment. And I mean, People's Liberation Army? How does that even sound threatening? And really, that just makes all the Tiananmen Square massacre fears people have just so silly. Okay, yeah, it was the PLA that did kill all those student protesters, and sure, the port is in Hong Kong's Central District, where later this year there will be the massive Occupy Central protests going on, but as I learned in history class, history never repeats itself. At least, I think that's what the lesson was. I never paid much attention, so I never learned from history class. Kind of like how they aren't ever taught about the massacre in the mainland, but they hold yearly memorials in Hong Kong. But if for some reason you Hong Kongers are still nervous about having a port for the largest standing army in the world on your shore, relax. I mean, just this January, Hong Kong Security Minister decided not to deploy the PLA to squash all those protests that were happening. Doesn't that fill you with confidence that in the future, the whims of some official won't send the PLA down your throats? Not only that, but the planning board even took into consideration what people thought about the construction of the military port. And a portion was totally for it. Yeah, it was only 20 out of the 19,000 that sent in formal responses to the port, but it's like China's state-run Global Times said, Hong Kongers think they're better than mainlanders just because they can flaunt their real freedoms, but they need to learn their place. I think, right here, yes, that's the place they're talking about. Seriously though, don't worry. The port will still have to be approved by the Hong Kong Executive Council before construction can begin, and I mean, it's not like those guys are in Beijing's pocket. Well, anyway, until that happens, you guys have nothing to worry about. What's that? There's already 6,000 PLA troops in Hong Kong? When did that happen? Gosh, that must have been a scary day. So, is this another sign the Hong Kong government is bowing more to the CCP? Could an increased presence by the PLA serve to intimidate the public ahead of the planned Occupy Central later this year and the long-promised universal suffrage in 2017? Leave your thoughts in the comments section below or on the China Uncensored Facebook page. Thanks for watching this episode of China Uncensored. Once again, I'm Chris Chappell. See you next time.